Hello everyone, I'm LadyLazyPup and welcome back to another speed build. Today we are building a adorable little tiny house in Magnolia Promenade. Not a typical place to build, I would say, but I did decide to go to that empty lot that's there and go for a tiny house where I also thought you could sell things. And that could be pretty much anything. I think in my head I had made up this little story, and you'll see what we went with there. But I was like, I kind of like the idea that somebody was like, oh, there's this lot here in this town, or like this little town square where there's a little shops and all of that, and they want to make sure that they can have their shop there as well. I got kind of inspired for this one because I did get the Book Nook kit, and I was just like, oh, I kind of want to play with it. I kind of want to make something out of it. I'll probably have to make like some sort of library or something to it eventually, but this, I had a little bit more inspiration to make like a cozy tiny house for somebody who kind of has these big dreams of also selling stuff. So they're a big bookworm, and they also like just like a little cozy space to themselves, and then they also sell something. I'm thinking something crafty. You know, they could sell something crafty, they could sell food, they could be like a bakery person. I don't think they can actually sell the books they write on like one of those selling tables. Unfortunately, I'd have to test that. Now I'm kind of curious if you can do that, because that would be like a fun idea too. They write their own books and then they sell them at the table or something. Maybe they have like a little a book center as well, so they find books and then resell them as like a little bookstore or outdoor bookstore, because the outdoor space of this is more so the selling space. The inside of this is just the house. Now, the house itself, I thought, was a cute kind of design. It is 2 stories. It is still a tiny home. It is exactly 63 squares, which 64 is technically the max you can have for a tiny, tiny home. So that's what we went with on this one. They have a nice little porch, and then there's the downstairs area and the upstairs loft. Kind of craftsman style-y because of the colors we chose, the big columns, all of the little details kind of makes it a bit more of a tiny craftsman, I guess you would say. I also was struggling to figure out where I wanted to put these stairs, but then I had this thought, right? I want to have the pretty tiny bathroom that works out really well. And then that nook under the stairs, I was like, actually could be a cute spot for either bookshelves or something of the like, because I was like, we got to utilize all of this space here and just put it everywhere. Now, I did use the paneling from the kit as well. So that was... look, the whole inspiration is the Book Nook kit. So everything, I tried to use literally everything from the Book Nook kit in this build. So we have our little 1x3 bathroom on the side there by the stairs. And there's those cute little nooks there that kind of got cut off and look like you're not even utilizing that space. I promise we do. I do promise. Now, all of these cozy chairs and stuff, I absolutely adore. I feel like I'm going to want to use these all the time and just put them in every cozy corner of every house that I build now. But, like, it looks comfy. I think I would probably just be sitting there all the time. But I did make sure that they have their little tray with their book and their coffee, a stacked precariously atop a book stack, because there's just books everywhere in this place. We have the book saver over there on that side table next to the cozy chair by the stairs, which we also added the shelves. These shelves are really cute, and I feel like I've seen these in real life where the book kind of looks like it's the shelf. And I mean, it does act like the shelf too, but there's like a piece, and then you slide the book onto that piece, and it like is just like a floating book on the wall, and then you can put like a plant, or you can put like little decorations and stuff on it. I kind of love that idea. It's really cute. It's kind of fun. It's probably not that practical, considering, you know, your books are the shelf, and if you wanted to read it, you'd have to like remove everything from the shelf. But it's kind of cute, and it's very decorative. The lamps and everything, very cozy stuff. And I thought it matched well with the growing together stuff and the Dream Home Decorator stuff, because it all kind of has that modular, a bit more modern, like soft colors kind of feel. And I thought that was perfect. And I did really kind of dive into all of that, the softer tones, right? So I didn't keep the super dark cabinets. I like the dark cabinets, but I was like, actually for this, because it is a tiny house, it's probably nicer if we kind of brighten it up a little bit with the lighter tones, so it feels a little bit bigger instead of feeling kind of like warm and cozy and tiny. I mean, obviously that would probably be a great way to do this too, because I do love a cozy space that is like nice and warm and inviting. But this, I felt like with a tiny house and having like the kitchen in the corner in this funky pattern, by the way, I thought this was kind of fun. It goes around a corner and it's a little bit different. And I was like, kind of fun. I think we can work with this. So that's what we did there. But because it's all kind of in this one space, I was like, this nice bright open feeling is it's kind of what we need to go for. So I didn't put any windows yet, as you can see, but it's kind of on purpose. I need to see how everything's going to fit before I can just start putting windows everywhere. So I promise there are windows in this house, but we get back to that in a little bit. So I was trying to figure out, with a weird shaped kitchen, how am I going to get everything to fit? And I really wanted to use this countertop oven. I thought that would be kind of like a fun thing to utilize here. But then I was like, you know what? I don't actually think it's going to work. It looks massive, and the way it hangs off of the corner kind of drove me nuts. So I was like, you know what? Never mind. We'll just put the modular oven and stovetop in there instead. Very simple bathroom. I kind of figured they'll just use the sink that's in the kitchen for washing their hands. So we have the tiny toilet on the side and then a full shower on the other side. I was debating on using one of the open showers, but I was like, actually, I think for this house, it would be nice just to have like a nice full shower. The kitchen's right there, so it's not like the sink is too far away. And then a nice big window, so it's a little bit less claustrophobic. Because I feel like those small spaces. I had a bathroom like this in my townhouse, like my first townhouse that I lived in, and it was under the stairs, and it was literally just the sink and the toilet, and it actually had like the angled ceiling too over the toilet, so it never felt tiny. But I feel like it could have for people because it was just this little half bath under the stairs. But since we did put windows in the bathroom, it was like, well, we might as well just put some windows in every other space in the house. So we decided on the ones from Growing Together because I thought these were kind of cute, a little bit more modern. It had that fun, pointy window, the triangular one, and I was like, you know what, kind of want to use that one here. I think that would be kind of a fun piece to add upstairs so that it feels like a lot of windows in the space, especially upstairs in the loft, as I call it, because it's more of a lofted space for the bedroom. Now I did, like we said, we went with like really neutral tone of coloring here, and I wanted to make sure that we did have some pops of color, and I felt like having all of the different items or having like some pops of color on different furniture pieces is definitely the way to do that. So up here we have the bed with the cute little blanket on the end and the fun headboard, because I thought, yeah, that actually brings in some pattern, it brings in some color, and it's really nice that way. Had to have the seating at the end of the bed. I don't know why. I've always wanted this in my house, and I feel like I do this in all of my Sims builds now. I have always wanted a cute little bench seat or like a chest that you can sit on at the end of the bed so you can put like blankets and stuff in there. I've always wanted one, so I put it in every build. And then we have a cute little area underneath that window as well, where I know it's technically a shelf and not for sitting, but in my head, you'd sit on there. You'd totally sit on there to read a book and be next to the window. So it's a cute little spot there. Now I did add some stuff to that porch area out front. So we have a little grill, and then we have a little seating area. I thought that was just kind of like simple and easy. It does make for a dining space then, so you have actually a table to sit at, and it's covered. So even if it's raining or snowing or whatever, you have a covered porch. So I think that's also very nice. And now we actually come out to the big area out here. It does feel like a really large lot since we did build a tiny home on it, and we had a lot of outdoor space to play with. So this is where I was trying to figure out, okay, what do I want to have for the layout? If I actually am going to have like customers come into this space, like what do we need to have for them to come in and enjoy the space? So I was going to have it where it was the gravel tiling, but then I decided to do the terrain paint instead. One, because it's cheaper, so it doesn't make the house as like super expensive. And then I could actually also put it up against the edge of the lot too. So it feels a little bit more like it leads into this area. So I went with some bright blue picnic tables as places to sit if you're getting something to eat or if you're going to read one of the books. Because I'll show you what I did on the side here, but I did put some books outside too. So for some reason in my head, I'm like, you get something to eat and then you get a book and you sit and read, and it's kind of like an outdoor cafe. So I really wanted it to be a really inviting place for others to come here too. I think in my head when I was doing this, I was like, ooh, what if it's like an outdoor library, or like the person has this cute little trailer that they take around and it's kind of like a mobile library almost. So it's kind of like a cafe library type of idea. I don't know. I really liked that kind of story that I was going for with the sim that I had in mind. I don't even know what this person looks like, but I was just like, how cute of an idea is this, where it's like you have this cute little mobile library, you go around and you have little cafes type of stuff. Maybe you do the coffee, maybe you do bakery items, maybe you do pizza, because I actually really wanted to use the new pack in this. I didn't have it at the time, but the new Home Chef Hustle Pack would actually be kind of perfect for this, because in my head I was like, well, this could be the little area where you make all of the lovely food, and then they can get a book and they can like check out a book from you from this area, and they can go sit at the picnic table, and it's just kind of like a nice little space where you can be with other people and just kind of enjoy something together. I don't know why. I kind of want this now. Maybe I should just do this myself. I'll just open up my own little mobile cafe / library and just go around and bring the loveliness to people because I enjoy reading a lot. So, you know, this book nerd wants to share the fun of it. You know, why not? The candles might be a hazard. Yeah, you know what? I think it's fine. So we have these cute little candles on each of these tables with some nice like flower pieces, and I thought that was kind of nice. I was debating on using like the mosquito candles in this place. I tend to do this a lot, where if it's going to be an outdoor area, in my head, I'm going, there's going to be bugs, there's going to be mosquitoes, and if I want to sit outside, I'm going to have that citronella candle lit so that they leave me alone. And I do feel like, since this is like in my head, a food place as well, you probably would end up having some bug issues, but you know, it's The Sims, so we don't have to worry about that. Luckily. So I did want to have a lovely little flower area out front too. I wanted this to be super inviting and like full of plants. So I did add a bunch of plants and some trees. And it kind of feels just like this nice little zone for everybody to come hang out together. I could kind of totally see myself using this for a cute storyline where you have this person who is just the giant bookworm, and they love to cook. And they're just like, I want to share my love of cooking and books with the world. So they get this house and they make this whole outdoor area up front, and they just start making lovely dishes for everybody to enjoy. And then hopefully they'll also share in the love of the books and rent the books out from her as well. I don't know. I think that's exactly what I would do. Maybe we will. You guys think that would be fun? We could start a Let's Play for that. Just kind of enjoy the silliness of it. Maybe she's renting this home, so now we're just going to add in the brand new expansion pack too. So it's like, wow, we're renting this house. We're cooking out front to make money and enjoy our time here. I think that could be kind of a fun little plan. We could even have other tiny houses on this lot too. So it could be like this tiny house, and then we could have like 2 other tiny homes that all share a lot together and have other people living here as well. That could be kind of cute. I kind of like it now. Maybe we'll add those on, and we could add some more stuff to it. So of course now we come back inside and I'm just like, well, we need more books. We need more plants. We need more stuff, right? I wanted this place to look just completely full of books. And now we actually come back to this nook under the stairs that I talked about at the beginning. I made this like a little writing space. That was my whole idea. I was like, a cute little desk would be perfect for this spot. The tiny living desk like fits perfect there. We put some more shelving there for books. And then a nice little writing table right there. I was like, yeah, a little laptop would be perfect because I could see them like writing at the desk and then moving to the couch and like writing on the couch and then like going upstairs and writing in their bed. You know, it's just one of those things where like that I picture this person baking and doing all of those cute things and then also writing books and sharing the love of all of that. And I loved having this what I would call a bookend in on the shelf here. Just this small little detail that I thought was so perfect was the little city right there, and then the cute little boat that you can see outside, but the cute little boat on the shelf as well. And then of course you have to have some board games and puzzles, right? I feel like if I lived here, I'd have to have some cute board game and puzzles, and then of course more stacks of books, because there could never be enough stacks of books. And then I really liked this because we actually have that really cute space in the upper cabinet there where it has like a book. I used that little storage basket from Book Nook as like another place to put more like cookbooks and stuff like that too. I thought it kind of fit in with that whole vibe right there really cutely. I had the other idea. I was like, oh yeah, we probably need a garbage can outside. We don't want Sims making a giant mess. And I don't know if you've ever been to like food truck area where they actually have it like designated for food trucks, but they always have those bins that are like chained up and tied to trees and everything. So I think that's why I did that. I was like, I gotta put a tree here, and then it's kind of like, this is where this stays. This is the bin that stays here. But then of course, plants. So all of those little shelves, all of the little nooks and crannies of this place has plants in it. And I love the cute little plants that actually fit perfectly on those shelves and just kind of add some more life and green and like color into this place here. And I couldn't help myself, and I was like, I don't have any curtains up here. This is a big window. Maybe we need a curtain. Screw it. Let's use plants instead. I love it. I love it so much. I actually have a pathos plant myself that is getting pretty long to where I could probably like dangle it and or like maneuver its leaves into like a shape and stuff. I think that would be really fun. I can't wait for it to get fuller and longer so I can just have it wrapped around my window as a curtain. And to continue on this like kit binge over here where I put the kit from the blooming stuff, and then we have the kit for the bathroom in here. I was like, you know what? This is kind of fun. I get to use all the different kits and put them together and try them out. I still kind of wish they were all bigger packs, but you know, it's fun to just add some little details here and there. And that's the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cute, fun little place for your sim to just be cozy and enjoy their books and then sell all of their fun goods right out front. But make sure to give the video a big thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you aren't already, and comment down below what would your sim sell here. But for now, keep crafting, keep gaming, stay lazy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone!